Calvin Castine with Judy Castine on the camera at the moment. It's 10:05 and I'm not sure we're going to be able to do a show here after all. We're at the annual Plattsburgh State Craft Fair, Christmas Craft Fair, and the doors open at 10 o'clock. People just find their way in here in a hurry. The parking lot is almost filled at this point in time. It's the, I believe, what is it, the 18th, 19th day of November 2018? Probably the 18th. And it looks like a very successful craft fair already here on this Saturday morning. Temperatures in the mid-30s. We had some pre-season winter weather. Lots of snow on the ground and cold temperatures. And the forecast for the next days right through Thanksgiving. So we're going to wander around, but it's going to be hard to find people to talk to because it looks like everybody's going to be busy, but we'll give it a shot and try to give you some kind of flavor of this 2018 Christmas Craft Fair at the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse in beautiful downtown Plattsburgh. Okay, we're right by the door and people are making their way around. You're kind of at the 12 o'clock area here where people are going to be heading this way toward the end. So the wave hasn't quite hit you yet.
Not quite yet. They should be heading back around to check out what we've got in stock today.
That's a tsunami here at the field house.
Yeah, it's chaotic right now. Yeah. It should quiet down, but right now they're still flooding in.
All right, who are you?
Matt Gorman and Barry and Chris Gorman with Gorman Craft.
Gorman Craft, all right.
Gorman Craft Woodworking.
And where are you out of?
Morrisonville, New York.
I've heard of Morrisonville.
Really? Have you?
Yes, I've even been there a few times.
Who'd have thought, right?
Yeah, what are the odds? Okay, so who does all the carving? All three of you, or?
All three of us. We all have different specialties, but we all do a little bit of carving. Mostly Barry and Christopher do the carving, though.
Okay, what do you do?
I do wood turning, pipe making, and wands.
Wands, huh?
Wands for the Harry Potter fans.
Ah, magic wands. Huh?
Magic wands.
All right, so what kind of, do you use different woods for different projects? How's this work?
Oh, for sure. There's always a right wood for the project and a wrong wood for the project. And for most of our carvings, we just use white pine, but for everything else, we try to use really high quality hardwoods.
Okay, and do you have a storefront somewhere?
We have a small shop in Morrisonville that people can stop by and place orders, but not really a storefront.
Okay, where is it located?
We're at 2042 Route 22B, right there in Morrisonville, right in the main drag.
All right. So fire station, if you're coming from Plattsburgh, that past the fire station or before it?
Just before the fire station, right about a quarter mile before you hit the bridge.
Okay. All right. Do you have hours?
Yeah, we're usually open about 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. It depends. Usually we have an open sign on the shop.
Okay. Every day or what?
Just about every day.
Okay, so you do your woodworking right there too?
Right there in Morrisonville.
All right, I see an old sled there. You didn't make that old sled.
No, we didn't, but my mother does some flower arrangements, and she decorated it up for the holidays.
Oh, okay. All right, so anything else I should know enough to ask you?
No, that pretty much covers it. We've got all sorts of things, bird houses, bird feeders, custom signs, always welcoming custom orders from our friends in the area.
Okay, so every once in a while somebody say, can you make this? And you find out you can or you can't, right?
We usually can. I haven't had to turn anybody away recently.
All right, so so you don't have a Facebook page or an internet site, though, right?
Oh, we do. We do.
Wow.
We have a Facebook page. It's just Gorman Craft on Facebook. We have an Instagram. We have an Etsy, Gorman Craft 1. We have our proprietary website, gormancraft.com, where you can find more information and how to reach us.
Gorman?
Gorman.
All right, so it should be easy to find. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, sell lots of stuff.
I'll try my best.
All right, thank you. All right, as we're roaming around here, we should point out it's the 17th. I had to check my phone to make sure, but we have found out today is the 17th of November 2018. That's a Saturday. I knew that part. And everywhere you look, there's interesting crafts and interesting people, and I don't know why, it just seems like it's fuller here than ever, and it's always well, the aisles are always full here. We're gonna kind of wander around and try to find somebody who's not busy at the moment. This is our problem, of course. People are busy, they haven't got time to talk to us. They're here for 2 days. It's an annual event. It's usually the weekend before Thanksgiving. So if you're thinking about it in the future, mark your calendar, the weekend before Thanksgiving. Usually some publicity around it, so people will know about it. And as I said, it's just trying to find people who are not busy, because if a potential customer comes up, they want to talk to them rather than talk to me. You got time to talk to me right here?
Sure, why not?
All right, Hometown Cable. Who are you?
Tina Recor.
Recor?
Yes.
All right. That sounds like a West Shazy type of name? Or?
Constable.
Constable?
Yes.
Oh.
The other direction.
All the way from Franklin County.
Yes.
How were the roads getting here today?
They were clear. They were bare. They were good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So what are you selling? Come over on this side here and tell me what you're selling there.
Okay, these are explosion box gift card holders.
Did I ask your name yet?
Yes.
I did?
Tina Recor.
Okay, Recor.
Yeah.
My memory's good, but it's very short.
Okay.
Explosion box.
Gift card holders.
What does that mean, explosion? You open it up and it pops?
It pops
Whoa,
open.
Look at that. My gosh.
And you open it up, and there's a place inside for a gift card.
Ah.
So instead of going to buy, you buy a gift card, you go to the store, you spend an hour in the card section looking for that perfect card and then when the day comes, you hand them the card with the gift card inside, and you still feel like a cheapskate because all you give them was a card. Oh. Now at least they have some sort of keepsake or at least a gift to open.
So what are all the names in there for? It's just
well, this one is Rudolph.
Rudolph. So it's all
we've
the
got
deer?
Dasher and
All
Dancer,
Santa's
all
deer?
Santa's reindeer and his sleigh and Santa.
Okay.
Each one's a little different.
Okay.
I have Twas the Night Before Christmas ones. I have the 12 Days of Christmas, and then just random Christmas ones.
Okay. It's called the
Tea's Treasure Trove.
Tea's. Tea's Treasure Trove.
Tea's Treasure Trove.
Okay. Okay, because it's kind of written Tea's Trove Treasure.
No, Tea's Treasure Trove.
All right.
Had to make it fit right.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so do you sell these year-round, this type of thing? Or
I do. Yep, I sell these. I do custom orders for the gift card boxes. I do them for birthdays, weddings, showers, baby showers.
So if somebody wants
just
to personalize
general.
it, put their own
Yep.
family.
Yep, they tell me what they
there.
want. If they have something special that they're looking for one for, they tell me what their interests are or whatever, and I can do one up to their interests. That way it's more personalized for the individual.
Right, and you have other stuff too?
Yep, my ornaments, elastic bookmarks, Santa's special key. Everybody has to have Santa's special key so he can get in your house when you don't have a chimney.
Yeah.
I have some candle holders,
Okay.
bigger ones and smaller ones. These are refillable note card holders.
All right.
Each one has a magnetic closure on it, and when the note is done, you can obviously refill it.
Right.
That way you don't have to just throw it away and buy a new one.
It's easy to find your notepad.
Yep.
There it is. Right?
Exactly. These are desk calendar easels. Holds your notepads in it and pen, plus it has your calendar on the front. And these are refrigerator magnets. So I always find one that I really like, and then when the paper is gone, I have to throw it away, and it upsets me. So I made ones that are refillable. Once you're done, you just toss that out, buy a new one, pop it in, and it has a magnetic closure on it, and your pen's right there, and it holds on your fridge.
Okay. And you got hot cocoa mugs.
Hot cocoa mugs.
We'll back up here so we won't keep the customers away here. All right, you've got an assistant here today. What's your assistant?
I do. It's my mom.
Your mom, yeah.
Yep.
She's from Constable too?
She's from Malone.
She's from Malone,
Yep.
Oh, the big city.
I dragged her from, Franklin County. Dragged her out to help me today.
All right, so you have a web presence?
I am on Facebook.
Okay.
Tea's Treasure Trove on Facebook, but I also have an Etsy shop, which I don't keep a lot in it because most of the things that I do are more personalized.
Uh-huh.
So it's hard to have a shop where you personalize things, and you can't very well
Right.
sell somebody else's things
Right.
on there.
Right.
But I am local. I do ship out if somebody, happens to see something that they like and they want or whatever. I can ship things to them, and like I said, most of the things I do are more personalized.
All right. Do you go to a lot of craft fairs?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Every weekend?
No.
No.
I don't have that kind of time. I have a full-time job too.
All right. Anything else we should know?
Come on out and check out the fair because there's something for everybody.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we went to one booth and they said get away, so we kept looking. And right here we have who?
Jerry Ann Downs from Plattsburgh.
Plattsburgh?
Plattsburgh.
All right, so a long drive for you then.
Not too much.
And what are you doing here, Jerry Ann?
Well, I have a little cottage industry. I do custom-made keychains, for instance, with vintage maps. I use real maps. I have a large collection. I take special orders. I do custom necklaces, and I can do necklaces with vintage photos of your loved ones or your pets. I've taken a lot of orders from people who have had dogs, cats that they wanted to have on pendants. Charm bracelets. I can do just about anything. Any image I can do custom made.
All right, and so you got a lot of bottle caps?
Bottle cap magnets, just kind of a little thing. Some kids usually want to buy something and parents find it a nice little tchotchke to give their kid that doesn't cost too much.
So you have to empty all those bottles yourself?
Oh no. Beer supply store.
Okay, and all these stuff here in front. Well, there's some nice photos here. And
Yeah. Pins, and the photos are actually some of my own old family members from years and years ago that I use as examples.
Oh, okay. So you can put your own photos in there then.
Exactly.
All right, I'm asking everybody. I see you have a website.
I do. I have an Etsy site. It's usually active just at the holiday time, but I check it all the time. If you want to order something custom, you can go to my Etsy site, which is right there.
All right, and Facebook.
I am on Facebook. It's a favorite place on earth, all one word for Facebook.
Well, why is it the favorite place on earth? How'd you get that title? That's quite a title. Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, my favorite place on earth is Cape Cod.
Oh.
And we go every single year, and after a while you can only have so many spoons or shot glasses from from your places that you visit. So I made myself a keychain, and when friends of mine saw the keychain, they wanted them. I made them as gifts, and then somebody else said I should make them to sell, and that's what started me on my favorite place on earth road.
All right. Well, if I'm wondering where the favorite place is, I'll know now.
Well, that's mine.
Yeah.
If wherever yours is, I can make one. I have a map for it.
Oh, thank you very much.
I could do one for Champlain if you'd like.
All right, well, that's where I'm from.
I know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As you can see, our struggle here to try to find someone to talk to is ongoing, and for good reason. So we'll just wander through here, and if we find somebody that might be available, we'll try to stick a microphone under their chin. Obviously, lots of nice things to choose from here. Something for every taste. A lot of bumping into each other. I bumped into somebody, now somebody just bumped into me. It's very, as people are looking at all the displays, they're not always paying attention to somebody who might be stopped. It's kind of like people now with their little phones walking down the street, bumping into each other. In this case, it's people looking at the things available that causes them to lose track of who might be right directly in front of them. All right, Seychelles, and of course you have to, I'm sure you're asked all the time, by the seashore.
Seashells by the seashore, yes.
Who are you?
My name is Lisa Gadway, and I've been doing jewelry since 2005, actually, and this is all sea glass jewelry or beach-related jewelry.
What? What?
Jewelry?
What, beach-related?
Beach-related.
Oh, beach-related,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Right.
And pictures and boxes and things made with sea glass, charms.
Okay, how'd you get into this?
My girlfriend and I went to a jewelry party, and it just boomeranged from there. And I started with the jewelry because I love the ocean, so I just started dabbing into the sea glass. And here I am.
Here you are.
13 years later.
The rest is history. So where are you from?
Plattsburgh.
Plattsburgh?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. All my life. A long time.
Do you have a website or?
I do. It's Seashells, S-H-E-Y. I have to know my own name here. SEYSHELLES.
Well, it's just like here.
.Etsy. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And Facebook?
Not really.
Not really?
It's
Okay.
attached to our Etsy page, but there's a lot of jewelry on my Etsy page. I do very well on it.
Etsy?
Yes.
You're the second person who told me Etsy page. What's an Etsy page?
It's a crafter site where people,
okay.
yes, you can buy many, many things. Many, many things.
What does the ETSY stand for?
Do you know? I don't know.
You don't know? You just.
I just joined it. Not awful. Please don't put that up.
No. Nobody will hear this except you and I.
Okay.
Okay, so if the people want to reach you, you're available year-round.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Get back to the seashore, okay?
Yes, I will. I wish. Under the snow.
Under the snow. We always like to point out that we're not skipping people here. People are busy. We move on and try to keep a flow here. There's obviously dozens and dozens of people here selling their wares. And here's a whole table of people sitting here. Not sure what what is happening here. Like they're just all the same booth. Oh, look at this stuff. Wow. Not dishwasher safe.
Yeah. But the microwave is. The microwave's fine? Yeah.
Microwave safe, but not dishwasher safe. Look at the stuff here.
No spark is allowed.
Very colorful. No sign to tell us who they are. Believe it or not, there are people who never heard of Hometown Cable. We found one. Who are you?
I'm Barb.
Barb who?
Barb Missoula.
Missoula. All right. Right here from Plattsburgh?
Point of Rush.
Point of, oh, that's close enough.
That works.
All right. So you're going to have to look up Hometown Cable so you can find out what you've been missing for the past 35 years.
but I lived here for 40 years.
But I've been doing this for 35. So.
No kidding.
Yes.
How come you never approached me before?
I'm a married man.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant. Very
Right,
funny.
So I know Chris Missoula. You don't know Chris Missoula? No?
We used to have the Missoula Insurance in
Okay.
Plattsburgh and Al's
Okay.
Travel.
Okay, yeah.
That
yeah.
Missoula.
Al Travel, yeah. Yep, yeah. Gordy Little worked with me for 20 years.
I knew
Hometown
Gordy
people,
Little,
all
of
over the corner.
course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Did you watch Gordy on TV?
I did.
Well, you were watching Hometown Cable.
All
You
right.
never even knew that, did you?
No.
No.
Didn't
All you saw was Gordy. That's all you cared.
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay. So what are you selling?
I'm NFL pot holders.
NFL potholes.
That's right. And these bags here, they're made, handmade. They're grocery bags,
Okay.
reversible handbags. I'm selling a John Deere throw
John Deere.
blanket.
Okay.
And all those wreaths over there,
Uh-huh.
they are just beautiful.
Just
they're,
beautiful.
Just beautiful. And they're a good buy on them, too.
I'm sure.
And look at these toolboxes here.
Look at them. You didn't make those toolboxes.
No, my son-in-law did.
Oh, your son-in-law did. Is that the guy who was sitting there a moment
That's
ago?
right. Mhm.
All right. He told me he wasn't. He was just here to, in case there was trouble. This your daughter here?
It's my daughter, Ann Burgess.
Hi, Ann Burgess. She's not talking to me either.
There's a lot of good stuff here.
A lot of good stuff here. Do you have a presence year-round? Can people find you on the?
No, I just do this once a year. And this is my other daughter, Tony.
Right there. Doesn't want to talk to us either.
She's an insurance agent and she's a travel agent.
Ah, okay. So Missoula's travel agency lives on then, right?
That sort of. She works for AAA.
Oh, okay.
I'll give them a plug.
AAA. All right. Okay. So you only do you work all year long just to come here these 2 days? Is that it?
I'm retired.
Yeah. You can do what you want, right?
That's right. I'm retired, and if anybody wanted anything special, they could call me on the phone and I'd make it.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, so you make custom orders too then?
That's right.
All right. All right. Well,
Nice talking with you. Gotta
same
go.
here. Get busy. Make some money. Now approaching 11 o'clock. We've been here for an hour and we've only got 20 minutes of video here. And it doesn't look promising as far as making this a particularly long episode because there are certainly a great number of people here. Obviously, if I came at a slower time, it would be a little more practical to be able to talk to people. But hopefully they won't have much of a slower time. People are crowded in here and moving at a good pace. And a lot of similar items, but also a lot of unique items that we see along the way. And we got a lady spinning some yarns in here. Not telling any stories, just spinning yarn, not yarns. We rounded the corner and heard some familiar music and trying to figure out where it came from. Any idea where that music came from, sir?
I think it came from Stan Ransom, the Connecticut peddler.
Has anyone ever told you you look a lot like Stan Ransom, the Connecticut peddler?
They tell me that all the time. It doesn't do any good, though.
So how you been, Stan?
I've been just fine. You know, I turned 90 in January, and so I'm trying to make sure I catch up on all the things I want to do before I get to my latest birthday, which will be 103.
103?
I've decided 103 is about right. Anyway, it's nice to bring music to people, and I love not only performing for people, but also going to the nursing homes. I volunteer in skilled nursing on floor 6 at the hospital, and all the time I bring a ukulele and play a few tunes like You Are My Sunshine, and everybody sings along. Music is a wonderful way to enjoy the world.
It certainly is, and you've been doing that for almost a lifetime, right?
Well, 85 years, something like
It
that.
took you a while to get started.
Oh, well, I know. My mother taught me the ukulele when I was 5, and I caught right up with it. My first band was when I was 12, I got together with another boy in the 5th grade, and we formed the Heartland Harmony Boys. We dressed in kind of old cowboy outfits, and we did all kinds of local performances, and we never got a cent. But you know, it was during the war, and once in a while, like at teachers' conferences, we get a couple of cubes of sugar, and that was payment enough.
So that was in the early 40s.
Yeah, that's right. 42, 43.
Right.
Sugar was rationed.
Now you've got all your different CDs that are on sale here.
Yes, I'm right now, of course, the Christmas CDs, and my newest one, which was 2015, is Down the Saranac. All the problems which Plattsburgh has had with sewage treatment plants and growers of pot in the farmlands and all kinds of things, picking berries. I've got all the history of Plattsburgh on Down the Saranac.
Going down, they're flushing it down the Saranac.
Down the Saranac, yes.
Heading for the lake.
Well, this is a great affair here.
There's
hundreds of people coming for Thanksgiving gifts or Christmas gifts, and this is one of the best places in Plattsburgh. Get all the things you need to satisfy your family and customers and people.
It's just, you know, it's a one-stop shop, right?
It definitely is. You can get everything from candy to CDs.
Even some things you didn't know that you needed, right?
I know. You go around there and there's beautiful robes, and this is all connected with handwork. People work all year to do these kinds of needlework and other things. Metalwork behind me is amazing what you can do with steel if you know how. So there's good things everywhere.
Now, if people want to purchase one of your CDs and it's not at the craft fair, how do they get a hold of you during the year?
Oh, well, my email is sransom, R-A-N-S-O-M, @northnet.org. Or you can call me at 518-563-5719. I'd be pleased to help anyone who has any questions. Just having questions, I'd be happy to answer.
All right, and if they want to see you perform, you're at the nursing homes helping out.
Well, right now I'm at skilled nursing, but I perform in and out. Also, I'm going to be at Wood, Wire, and Voice at the Methodist Church in December. So I'm not sure of the name, but it's the third Friday of the month. So I'll be there.
That's across from Miron's?
Across from Miron's, so everyone knows where it is.
That's where that church is, right?
Yeah. So I get together with Peter Cadju, who hosts that, and we play music, some of his music as well as mine on Christmas, and have a sing-along, and it's a very nice time to enjoy the holiday.
All right, well, it's nice to see you keeping active, Stan. Keep it up.
Thank you very much. It's so good to see you.
Same here. All right, Mr. Stan Ransom, a legend in the North Country for sure. All right, we found somebody even more shy than Stan Ransom right next door to him here. What's your name? I won't keep the camera on you very much, but you told me you're shy.
Mike McGrath, Fine Iron.
Fine Iron, huh? So you do all this yourself here?
Yes, I do.
Where do you do it? Where do you do it?
West Shazy.
West Shazy. All right, I know where West Shazy is.
Do you?
Yeah. That's a lot of territory.
Yes, it is.
Parts of Beekmantown are called West Shazy too.
Is it?
West Shazy, West.
Stratton Hill Road. Stratton Hill Road. That's where I am.
Road. Okay.
So I have a shop out there with a forge and everything else. So that's where I do all this work.
Oh, okay. To just keep you busy full time, or just a hobby?
Actually, full time.
Full time.
So I do a lot of custom work, railings and beds and benches and you name it. I can pretty much make it. So.
And if people name it and you don't make it, you will make it.
I will make it.
That's the idea?
Yes. It's one of those mediums where your imagination, you can build anything as far as your imagination goes. So.
Okay. How do you acquire your iron?
Right out of Plattsburgh, actually. Right out of Jefford Steel or J&S Steel, and they bring it in for me, and it starts off as just a bar, and then it's heated in a forge and manipulated to whatever shape I want it to be in.
So So is it kind of like a blacksmith type of shop? Is that
Oh yes,
what it
yes,
looks
yes.
like?
Yeah.
Instead of making horseshoes, you're making this kind of
I
stuff.
make decorative ironworks. Yes. So.
Okay, and how do people get a hold of you, Mike?
They can either just jump on the internet on Fine Iron Fabrication.
Fine Iron Fabrication, all one word.
All one word. And just come down to the show and check me out, or jump on the internet and look up Fine Iron Fabrication.
Okay, do you have a storefront? Do people stop in and buy stuff there?
Not normally, because I just have my shop and I'm pretty busy in it, and doing custom work, so they usually have to get a hold of me, and it's hard sometimes because of the phone and wearing ear protection and everything else.
It's the phone, yeah.
Yeah, it's a dirty shop, so, but people usually get through an email, and then we get in contact, and then I just do custom work, whatever they need.
Okay, and this stuff that you've done here, who comes up with the ideas? That's all out of your brain?
Some of it's out of mine. A lot of it's a collaboration with other people.
Okay.
Because for one person to come up with all these ideas, it's pretty hard. And a lot of times it's just, people you run into what they need, and it just falls into other stuff. So it's nice to collaborate with people and get their ideas and what they like and everything else. So.
Well, I imagine a lot of your business is gifts for other people. People see something and say, "Oh, that'd be a very unique gift for so and so." Yeah,
actually, surprising. There's this type of show. There's a lot of you're trying to make gifts and everything for people. But a lot of times too, people will have a custom house or need a custom pot rack or railing or towel bars to fit a space, and they have a hard time finding something to fit what they need, and that's where I come in. I can make whatever they want. So
now, once you made something, do you keep the plans for it so that next time it's not? Every time the first time you do something, it takes longer than the second and third time.
Yeah. Some of the custom work takes quite a bit longer, depending on what you're using and everything else, and time. So it's usually you come up with a plan and a drawing, and some projects take months to do, railings and stuff like that, because you got to figure out what people like and what they want, and spaces and everything else. So, but yeah.
Okay. So do you have samples and stuff that people they go in there and say, "Oh, I'd like that, but tweak it a little bit"? Or?
Oh yes, for sure. I mean, I have. I have samples in my shop where there's, some people like the pine cones. Some people like, I do oak leaves and maple leaves and everything else. So it really, in different flowers and that. When you get into some of the lighting and stuff for custom spaces, that's where it gets a little tricky, because some people have they need a larger chandelier or something, really custom,
Custom made for their need.
So it's a real big collaboration between the person, what they need and what they're looking for. And sometimes people don't know what they're looking for.
Right.
So you actually have to meet them, see their decor, see what they're into, see what they like. And then I have people that bring pictures, they like, they like bulrushes, or they like, I do dragonflies and grasshoppers and, a lot of that type of thing. So, you really have to get to know the person and what they're into, what they like to do, before you can come up with a plan for their house. So
most of the stuff you do is one of a kind.
One of a kind, yeah. The stuff I brought to the show, it just kind of gives the people an idea of, it's for sale, but it gives them an idea of what's possible. And really, I tell people it's almost like Play-Doh, but you just have to heat it up really hot.
Yeah.
And once you get it up to temperature, you can manipulate it to whatever shape you desire. So that's the biggest thing, is getting it up.
Yeah, but you're not manipulating it with your fingers, though, like Play-Doh.
No. But once you get it up 2,000 degrees, 1,500, 2,000 degrees, it's in usually a gas forge, or and you can manipulate steel just like just like anything, just like Play-Doh or whatever. So.
Okay, and it's called, once again, so people can find you?
Fine Iron Fabrication.
Fine Iron Fabrication.
At Gmail.
Okay. Well, you don't have a website, though?
No, that's
That's your email.
Yeah,
Fine Iron Fabrication. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, I'll let you get back to work. And who's your assistant over there?
That is my beautiful wife. And if she wasn't willing to do this, I don't know. I'd be in my shop right now. So, because I usually stay in my shop quite a bit. I don't get out in the public much. She doesn't let me out much.
Okay. What's your beautiful wife's name?
Michelle McGrath.
Michelle McGrath. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you. I got to start this one here with a disclaimer. We're talking to Mike. He does have a Facebook presence for that fine iron fabrication, so you can find him on Facebook. But we're moved on, and we're not in iron anymore. We're in the woods here. What's your name?
My name is Ron Bauer.
Ron Bauer, where are you from?
I'm from Willsboro, New York.
Okay. Favorite haunting ground for my old friend Sid Calci.
Oh yeah, he was from Essex. Yeah, quite the artist.
Yeah, I used to go through Willsboro every time I go down and visit with the guy.
He's head of did a lot of champy work one of the cartoons.
Harvey Comics, Richie Rich. And
Richie Rich, that's what it was.
And Little Lotta and all those people, yeah. So you're a woodworker, huh?
That's right. I make bowls, turn bowls.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this seriously for about 12 years.
And before that, you just did it for the heck of it?
Well, it was a hobby before that, and since I retired, I've started doing it very seriously. So.
Okay, so that's a labor-intensive thing, but it's very creative. So you got some burls here, I see too. You got a burl over there in the corner. That's second shelf.
Yeah, it's a burl on the top, the top, second from the left. Some burls on pedestals. Do a lot of different things. There's a pierced bowl on top with looks like lace. Put some color accents in some of these other maple bowls. Big burl down here on the left. So just a lot of different things. Every piece is different in my world.
Yeah, I first learned what a burl was when we talked to Ken Gadway, and he's a wood turner. So tell the folks who don't know what a burl is in 25 words or less.
The burl is that knot that you'll see on the side of some trees. It's not a limb that is broken off, but it's a separate growth on the side of a tree. Commonly found on maple, cherry, ash, hardwoods.
We stay pretty busy. They're gone.
Okay, now are your bowls purely decorative, or can they be utilized here if I want to make a salad?
Well, I like to say that mine are very attractive utility bowls. Now there's some that are pure art. Of course, in my world, art is a bowl that doesn't hold soup. That's what we call art. But if it holds soup, it's a utility bowl. But almost all of these are suitable for and actually recommended for salads.
Okay, so what's your favorite wood to work with?
Well, my favorite wood is butternut. Piece like this, it gives a beautiful grain, easy to work with. Unfortunately, all the butternut trees are dying now, so they're going to become hard to find.
So it's an endangered species then?
It is, just like the ash with the emerald ash bar. Sugar maples are dying off. Black walnut's a nice piece.
That is pretty.
Nice piece of black walnut. Came from a tree behind the church in Willsboro.
All right, do you turn the little grooves on the outside too? Is that all turned too?
Yeah, it's all done on the lathe. A little accent on the rim. I like to try and do something to spice up the rims a little bit. But yeah, that's all turned on the lathe.
And of course, every once in a while, the machine slips or you slip, and you put all kinds of hours into a piece, and then if it's gone, huh?
Yep, that's right. Every once in a while, even now, after I've made over 1,000 bowls, I slip and can ding the inside of one, and it'll crack, or I'll even have one fly by my ear once in a while,
oh, ouch.
Which is too much excitement for me.
I would imagine. So here's is it tougher to make something like this here, because it's not you know? completely round here, these type of things?
This is a maple burl.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're a little bit tough because of the irregular edge.
You gotta
But
keep turning where there's no wood anymore, and you gotta pick up where the wood starts again.
Yeah, it's not the first bowl I ever turned, so you want to have a few under your belt before you start doing the burls.
Yes, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So you make salt and pepper shakers too, paper shakers?
Yeah, spice mills. My spice mills, of course, include the little coaster that keeps the pepper or salt, as it will, from landing on the tablecloth. So that's something that I do. Do some nice bottle stoppers. These have been dyed, but conventional wood. Cheese planes. I make a wax that I use for finishing my bowls. This is a blend of mineral oil and beeswax, and that's what all of my bowls, totally food safe. All my bowls are treated with that. Try to do a little artsy once in a while with the sunburst pattern.
So how do you get the holes in there and that fancy one?
That's pierced with basically a Dremel, but it's a Dremel on steroids. It's a high-powered handheld piece that turns very fast, and use little tiny, almost dental size grinders to cut that out. So that I would consider art.
Yes, and
although you could put candy or things in it in season, but that's one I kind of consider art.
Well, and brave of you too, because once you start doing the little things around the edge, you could make a move that would ruin all the work that got you to that point.
Yep, and there's no going back. Once you pierced it, you're committed. But it's fun.
And it's a challenge, right?
Yeah, it's fun. And I put these colored accents in the rim of some of those. There's a nice azure blue in that one, oxblood red in this one on the end. Just again, trying to make them a little more exciting and not just round and brown.
All right, so people want to reach you year-round, how do they do it?
Well, unfortunately, I do not have a website, but I don't know how you reach me on the internet. Actually, you don't.
You don't.
So you got to come by and see me at the show.
Okay, or do you have a place in Willsboro where
we live in Willsboro. I don't know, is it appropriate to put out my...
Well, sure, we're all friends here.
I don't know.
You gotta drive by, and what road are you on?
I'm on Sunset Drive in Willsboro, just by the Morehouse Bridge.
Okay.
Is where we're at.
So do you have hours when they can see you, or you've been busy in the shop?
My studio is knee deep in shaving, so I don't really have a studio. But you can reach me at ronbauer01@yahoo.com.
All right, that's Bauer, B-A-U-E-R, kind of like Hank Bauer.
Exactly.
Right.
Unfortunately, he's not my cousin.
You're not your cousin?
No.
Or your uncle?
No. Yeah, it's all small letters. ronbauer01@yahoo.com.
All right, thank you very much, Ron.
All right.
And keep up the good work.
I'll keep trying as long as I can.
All right, thank you.
All right.
All right, I could ask her anything but her age, so. What's your name?
My name is Vivian.
Vivian who?
Biley.
Biley?
Biley.
Okay, Vivian Biley, double V, huh?
Yes, VB. Vivacious Viv.
Vivacious Vivian Biley. What are you doing here, Vivacious Billy V?
Oh, I'm at the craft show here with my goods.
With your goods?
Yeah, with my goods.
All
and
right.
my friends.
Your friends?
Yeah.
Are they good friends too?
Very good friends.
Goods and good friends?
Yes.
And Vivian Vivacious?
Yes.
What's it called? Unique? Decorative?
That is Sharon.
Oh, that's Sharon.
And we're called Novelty Crafts.
Novelty Crafts,
Yeah.
all right.
Yes.
So I see some, these are blocks. What are these?
Lighted blocks.
What are they? Are they glass? They plastic?
That's all glass.
All glass?
Yeah.
So
Remember how they used to make the walls in the bathroom in the old houses with these blocks?
I've seen a few bars and things too
Yeah.
that have that type of
And she does the Christmas bowls and all different kind of holidays.
So you got what kind of a light goes in there? A Christmas type light or what?
35 strand of lights.
35 what?
35 strand.
Okay.
Yep.
I see you got them in bottles too.
And bottles too. Yes.
Now, somebody had to empty those bottles.
How you think we got all this done?
I don't know.
Yep, lighted bottles.
All right.
Christmas trees.
So can people now? You don't. It looks like a stained glass type of thing in the front. You don't. You do those drawings
She does that
too,
by hand. She does everything freehand.
Who does?
Miss Sharon does.
That Renee right
Yes.
there, the one that wouldn't talk to me?
Yeah, the one that wouldn't talk to you.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. She does all that by hand.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
She's very talented.
Uh-huh.
Besides being vivacious, what do you do?
I do the crocheting down on that end down
Oh,
there.
you're a crocheter.
Yes, I am.
Okay. What does the lady in red do?
Lady in red she does the bows and blocks on this here.
Okay.
Yeah. Lighted blocks.
Is there a Facebook or a website page that people can find you when they're not, here?
Crafters Palace.
Crafters Palace?
On Facebook, yes.
Crafters Palace on Facebook. And I'll find all three of you?
Find us all, yep.
So you're like a team.
We are.
Each doing your own thing, but
we
you're
are
a team.
family.
Family. All right. Well, you emptied some more bottles over here.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously you work around the clock here. When you're not creating stuff, you're emptying the bottles.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I do the crocheting and stuff, and I'm into the superheroes for the kids.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I see that, yeah.
Keeps me out of trouble.
And I see some frames with photos of those.
My daughter does those.
Daughter does the photos?
Yes, yes. It's very good. Her second hobby.
Towels and all kinds of. You have a good selection here.
Yes, yes. We try really hard.
Okay.
Sorry.
So one more time, and what's the name? How do they find you? What's the name?
Novelty Crafters Palace on Facebook.
Crafters Palace.
Yes.
And you spell it with a C, Crafters, not trying to be fancy with a K.
No, it's Crafters.
Crafters Palace. Okay, on Facebook.
That's right.
And you're all right here from Plattsburgh, or where?
We're all here in Plattsburgh, yes.
Well, thank you very much, Vivacious.
Well, thank you.
And you didn't have to tell me how old you were either.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. Wait a minute. How old is the blonde?
She's 22.
22, okay. Moving right along. I want the record to show here that so I don't want Jason or Shane to be mad at me here, that the Jesum Crow from D&D Markets in Scioto is awfully busy here, so too busy to talk to Sharon back at the counter here. So they got all kinds of stuff here from D&D and Jesum Crow and Tappin' and Sappin'. That's the maple syrup portion of their business. My wife Judy's in line too. She's buying some stuff that we can't live without. So this is from D&D Meats in Scioto and Jesum Crow, which is their specialty meat products. I stopped here because I heard there was a meeting going on. What kind of a meeting?
Well, it's a town meeting.
Town meeting.
Yeah, sometimes actually we get asked about, you're having a town meeting tonight? What's on the agenda? We say, well, we're playing some songs. They go, oh, that kind of town meeting.
All right, so we'll go by you guys one at a time, you guys and gal, one at a time here. What is town meeting?
Town meeting is basically a folk group that we play a lot of different songs, and usually we make it our own special brand of harmonies and that kind of stuff. We're predominantly a vocal group that play around the area. We've been going for about 12 years now. We started in 2006. And so this is one way that we sell our CDs right here.
Right here. And what is your name?
I'm Gary Vancor.
Gary Vancor. I think I've heard that name before.
Well, I've been known to do a couple of other things. We've known each other for a while now.
Yes, we have. All right. Let's see. I don't see any women on there. I see a woman here, but I don't see any women on your...
Well, if you look at the far end there, Calvin,
I don't see a woman on it.
Well, there she is.
There she is. There she is. All right, who's next there?
Miles Moody.
And Miles, how long have you been in this group? Right from the start?
Well, let's see. Back in first grade, 65 years ago is when I first met him.
Yep.
And we started playing ukuleles and guitars together in high school, and we've kind of been together ever since. So it's been a while.
So, what did you call yourself before town meeting?
The Leftovers, or let's see, our first album was The Old Farts Passing Gas.
This is a family show here. Gary,
televised.
Talk to him here.
He doesn't edit.
No, I don't know how to edit.
Now you know why we have Gary be the spokesman.
Okay, so sometimes leftovers kind of smell too, you know. Or, did you have to change the name because you were getting too leftover?
Well, what happened is one of our members, current members, was in a wedding and his daughter asked him to sing. So we kind of got together to help him, and it evolved from there.
So now you're a town meeting.
Well, and that member happens to be
this guy
Dennis,
right here?
Yes.
So he's taking everything I can say now, pretty much.
Well, you can say your name, Dennis.
Dennis Hulbert.
Oh, okay, Dennis Hulbert.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see you got a camera in your hand sometimes.
Most of the time, for a long time I did, yeah. Yeah, definitely did. A lot of
the
weddings.
wedding photographer?
A lot of weddings, yeah, a lot of weddings in the North Country, and kept me busy. That with the teaching as well, so. You know. Music wasn't thought of back then until I did the song for my daughter's wedding, and then all of a sudden Gary says, we used to get together once in a while, we should do that. So we did. Yeah. That was 2005, this is 2000, we started in 2006, so.
Okay, now do you guys have a website before I forget to ask that?
We do, it's www.townmeeting.com. Just make sure you put an E at the end of town as you do it. It's all one word, townmeeting.com.
That's an old family name, Calvin. We picked it up. There used to be family reunions of the Town family.
Morristown and all those guys?
It's a New England family, my wife's family.
Oh.
And so that's why my brother-in-law and my son started off in the group as well. They've since they're not in it anymore, but they started out. So we said, what are a good name? Well, let's talk about the old town gathering.
Okay.
Instead of saying the town reunion, we call it the town meeting, because we used to meet, sing songs. And then when my brother-in-law had to leave the group, we found Anastasia, who also played.
Who?
Yeah.
Anastasia Pratt, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so they let me join so I can play my bass and I can sing and have a good time.
Hanging around with these old guys makes you feel young, huh?
I have fun every single time.
So you guys play at different venues?
We do. We play a lot of, lately we've been doing a lot of events at nursing homes, residences in Middlebury, but we do benefit concerts, the Mission of Hope, every year, and we have some other shows coming up at Concerts on the Bluff at Clinton Community College, and some other surprises I think we'll throw in there.
Okay. Is there a Facebook page too for town meeting?
There is. It's we're on the town meeting Facebook page. If you just go to Facebook, type in town meeting, it should come up.
So if people want to get a hold of you, that's how they can do it?
Yep.
Are your albums listed on there?
They are. We actually have our newest CD just came out this past month, and it's on our website, so people can order it right on the website. We've already had several people order through PayPal already, so it's worked well.
Okay, is that recorded at the 33 1/3 speed?
Well, we sing it at that speed.
I think we did it at 78 just because of the age.
Yeah.
Well, she'll be at the 33 1/2.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So if you don't spend all your money on Stan Ransom's CDs, you can save some and spend it here, right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Stan is older than these three guys. Continuing to find places that are too busy to chat with us, and I don't know if these folks will have time or not. They've got a very unique looking display here. You got time to talk to Hometown Cable?
Sure do.
All right, who are you?
My name is David Langell, and Mr. Willie's is our company name.
How'd you get Mr. Willie out of David?
Well, that's our golden doodle. We had to have some kind of a...
Okay. Named it after your dog.
Absolutely.
All right, so what are you making here?
We got tabletop lamps made out of steel pipes, and all the gauges we're using are all temperature gauges, so they give you the temperature in the house. And all the valves are your switches that turn on and off all the lamps. Kind of makes it fun.
So it's actually lead pipes, steel pipes, what?
It's all malleable steel pipes, absolutely, no plastic.
No plastic. Okay.
All our components we're using too are all UL listed. It's our 4th year doing it, and we're having a good time with it.
It's rather unique. Did you see this somewhere else and say we could do that, or how did you come up with this idea?
I came up with the idea about 4 years ago, just tinkering in my shop when I made the first one. My wife thought it was kind of gaudy, it was huge, and so she sold it into a local garage sale, and the young girl purchased it, and she told me at that time that I had to get out and market it, and that it was something unique and different, and they loved it, and we haven't looked back yet. Got them all over the United States now.
So where are you out of?
We're here in Plattsburgh, out in Cumberland Head.
Cumberland Head, huh?
Yeah.
Right. So this is a kind of a hobby type of thing?
It is, absolutely. Yeah, I still work full-time, so this keeps me from watching Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune at night.
Oh, I like Wheel of Fortune. I'm kind of Alex Trebek'd out. I'm not sure I like Jeopardy.
Exactly.
But Pat Sajak I still like.
Yeah.
So, what can people do to reach you?
Well, they can always reach us online at MrWillies.com.
All right, let's look at that Mr. Willies here so people know how to spell it. You got the period in Mr. Willies too?
Yep. www.MrWillies.com without the period.
Without the period?
Yep.
Okay.
And they can also reach us by calling our number at 518-561-4517.
All right, are you on Facebook at all?
We are.
Mr. Willies again?
Mr. Willies, yep.
So that's probably a lot of people just want to go to Facebook and they don't want to go search for a website.
That's correct. Yeah, we keep it kind of active.
All right. So do you make things on demand too?
We do. We do a lot of custom work. We do chandeliers and floor lamps. And yep.
So this gives you an accurate reading of the temperature, or what?
It does. Does. Yeah, that is actually like a boiler gauge, so it is really accurate. Yeah.
It's 80 degrees in here?
It is. With all these lights around here, yeah.
Oh, yeah, close to 80. All right, so great way to get a thermometer to.
Yeah, it keeps it all functional. You know, nice tabletop lamp, and we also have a feature where we could plug them into a little white box down there. We can make them a touch lamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could put a clock on one end too. You could have a.
We could.
You could put a thermometer, clock, and light.
Any way you want to go, we could custom make it. Absolutely.
And any color you want.
Any color. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's unique.
Yeah. Thank you.
And interesting.
I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping to see us.
All right. Thank you very much. Stay busy.
All right. We'll do.
And we're back into wood products. What are these things called here we're looking at?
Primitive crafts, primitive snowmen, and we got a little bit of a primitive fall and some, well, a lot of primitive.
A lot of primitive. All right, who are you?
My name's Caitlin Jesmer. This is my mother's booth. Her name is Ursula Jesmer. We do the show for about, she's been doing the show for about 15 years now.
Oh, wow. So that was, you were very young when you started doing it then.
Well, my mother's been doing crafts for a lot of years, and I've been coming to these shows since I was a young girl, and I loved painting, and I help out where I can.
So you do a little painting for her? And
yeah.
Just the easy stuff or the fancy stuff too?
Well, I can do some of the fancier stuff as well. My wife helps out where she can. She does a bit of the more basic painting.
Okay. So does your mother have a shop or a store location or what?
Well, my mother is a beautician by trade. She does this in her off time. She is trying to get into some different stores to have different booths, but mostly it's just this is the big show she does all year.
Okay. Does she have a presence on the internet, either through Facebook or website?
Well, we have an email that if someone saw something, we can communicate back and forth and work on, maybe personalizing something or doing something like that. And that would be at Caitlin, Katelyn, .Jesmer, JESSMER, @gmail.com.
Okay. So does she do stuff kind of what people want, or just?
She can maneuver what people would like. So like if someone likes one of the obese snowmen, for example, she can do a different scarf color, personalize a name on it, do like maybe a different shutter color. It all depends on, what people like, or if they'd like something else written on it.
All right, you've got a customer, so I'll let you get busy.
All right.
Make your mother some money.
Much.
All right,
yes, thank you.
So anyway, is everybody else? Did you do everybody else?
Everybody, I've done everybody in the place except this last one here. Yes.
Why did you wait for last for me?
Save the best for last.
Oh yeah, okay.
Your husband's doing all the work. You're just
He's
sitting
doing,
there.
yeah. My daughter's helping, yeah.
Everybody's helping, but you're just sitting there. And...
I'm just sitting, taking it in, yeah.
All right, where am I here?
Gagno Farms Jams and Jellies.
Would you say a little friendlier here?
This is Gagno Farms Jams and Jellies.
That's a little better. All right. And who are you?
Bonnie Gagno.
Bonnie Gagno. All right. You make all these jams and jellies, or does the other folks in the booth here help?
Nope, I make them all by myself.
All by
Yeah,
yourself?
I've been making these for about a month and a half to get ready for this show and another show we're going to be doing tomorrow.
Right here.
Here tomorrow, and then at North Country Community College has got one on Sunday.
So you've been 2 places?
2 places,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah. So we've been pretty busy.
I can imagine. So what different varieties of jams and jellies do you have, Bonnie?
We have probably 25 different varieties, different kinds. We got 4 different kinds of hot peppers. We've got about 20 different kinds of regular flavors. We've got unsweetened. We got reduced sugars. This year we added different size gift boxes. We've got little, like for teacher gifts, we've got little Santa Clauses and stuff that put a jams in. Different sizes of those. Every year we try and do something a little bit different.
Yeah. So it's a lot of work to put all those jams and jellies in those little jars.
You better believe it. Yep. Takes a long time.
And the label?
Yeah.
Do you have a labeler? Do you have to hand label them?
No. I've got a label that just prints it out. It doesn't take any ink. It's a Brothers label maker and stuff. It doesn't take any ink, so that's nice.
Oh, yeah. The ink's expensive.
Yep.
Very expensive. All right, how do people find you throughout the rest of the year when you're not at a craft
I
fair?
do farmers markets. We do a lot of craft shows. I've got my jams in different businesses. Praise, D&D Meats, Happy Pike. They carry my jams.
Hemingford, I think I saw them in Hemingford Farms. Did I see them there?
Oh, yes, Hemingford Farms, yeah.
See, you got in places you didn't even know you had
I
them.
know, I forget.
You're just so... What made you decide that you could start selling jams and jellies to the world?
It's probably been about 10 years, 9 or 10 years, and my husband said one day when I made some, he goes, "This is really good. Maybe you should try selling some of this." So I did.
And the rest is history.
Yep, the rest is history, yep.
Just think of all the jams and jellies he'd have to eat if you weren't able to sell this.
No kidding, I'm telling you. Yeah, no, he's a big help. He loads and unloads and, doesn't help with jam making, but when it comes to doing the shows and stuff, he's right there, so.
And counting the money.
Count the money at the end, there you go.
So, if people want to reach you, do you have a...
I have a business card. I don't have a website, but they can go on Facebook. Yep, they can go on Facebook. Yep.
Now you're in West Shazy. Do you have any type of a...
We don't have a shop at home because we're not home a lot, so it's really hard to, because we do so many shows and farmers markets,
so
we're not home.
Yeah. Carry your products.
Yep, but they just have to, if somebody wants something, they just have to give me a call and we'll set up a time for them to get what they want.
Okay, do you grow a lot of your own berries, or?
I don't grow them, but they're all local, like from
berries?
Praise or Rolf's or Northern Orchards, any of the places like that. I get them and I freeze them all summer long, and that's what we use them off of.
All right, anything else, Bonnie, we should know about?
No, I think that's it. It's been a good turnout so far.
All right.
We've been pretty busy.
Surprised you, well, of course you got your crew working here while you're sitting down, so that's why you had time.
We had 2 others here earlier, so, but they had to leave, so. There was 5 of us here for a while.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, stay busy.
All right.
We've got a whole bunch of other things we have to get recorded today and tomorrow. This is a Saturday. So we're going to have to bid adieu here. As you can see, it is not getting any easier to belly up to any of the booths. The crowds are still gathering, and there's a great turnout here at the annual craft fair. Even Mrs. Miller came. A lot of people, a lot of familiar faces we haven't talked to yet that we would like to have talked to, but our time constraints force us to move on. So thanks for watching and supporting viewer-supported local television, Hometown Cable. This has just been a little taste of what was available here on this November 17th, 2018. It's a two-day event. Remember in the future to mark your calendar. It's usually the weekend before Thanksgiving. So there's all kinds of stuff that we didn't see, that all kinds of a variety of items that you're bound to find something that you will enjoy and can't live without once you get here. So thanks for watching Hometown Cable.